Hey, what is going on with you guys? My name is Sub0xTbyte and I am shooting right back at you with another video. And I am actually coming at you with videos lately like the noobs have been coming at me. I mean, it has been an insane couple of weeks lately since all of those noobs figured out how to get to my Minecraft home. Now I cannot say that I am mad about the fact that people end up looking for me because they want to meet me. But these guys come up to me and start screwing around with my life. Well, that is not something that I appreciate. So since my last house also blew up, I am going to make myself a new entertaining way to get rid of them, and even though it will not become one of the next big thing there is, it will probably become the best one that I have made to date, since I have come up with a plan for myself so that I can get away from the hordes of noobs that come up to me every day in this Minecraft world. Now we are not in Minecraft per se because we are going to be playing Fortnite in Minecraft, but that does not matter. All that matter right now is that we are here together. I am kidding, today we are running around in Minecraft looting and all that good stuff, and it is going to be a lot of fun, I can tell you that much. Now let's get it. What are we doing here right now? Well, let me just spill you guys the juice, if that is something that people say nowadays. But what I was saying is that right now I am going to go for some relaxing instead of all the things that I usually do, since I am a really busy guy. So right now we are going to just do some fun things. And right now that will be a Fortnite war. Now let me explain a little bit before everyone start throwing shade at me for being bad, because I really think that some kind of an intro might be in order right here. So we are just going to have a nice little Fortnite session and you guys can watch me do so. So sit your butt in your chair, get yourself a drink and a big freaking bowl of cereal and sit down, and kids, get ready to learn. Now this is a little bit of an upgrade from your normal high school cafeteria food war, because this is just all out war and madness, and I totally love it right now. So hang on with me and do not get yourselves killed today. Alright, so let's just get to it, shall we? So basically this game mode is going to contain a lot of graphical killing. Now this might not be something that you are looking for right now, but you'll have to make do either way. So let me just briefly explain what's going on here, because I think that we might need an explanation for all of this. So let's get to it. If the whole world of Minecraft is being held captive against their will by some tropical storm created by the noobs, this might sound off because it's just really weird, and I mean I can totally get that because it is just weird, but we have to make sure that we can actually go ahead and help the people that are held captive, ergo myself. Otherwise what good are we? So let's just get ahead and make sure that we can win this right now so that we can all go home in peace and have ourselves a victory royale. By the way, let me know in the comments what is your favorite battle royale game. I mean, we all love Fortnite, right? Well, maybe we'd all, but guy gets the point. So instead of just fighting the storm, we will have to fight the people who are with the storm, because they have formed a strong bond together. Some people just could not resist the urge to lose to me, and they just decided to join the savage army made by the storm. Now this sounds weird and I'd get that, but right now that does not matter at all, because we will have to make sure that everyone gets out of here alive and everyone gets out unharmed. So that is why we are here right now. The president asks me, Sub-Zero, to come help the house and just help out. I mean, he literally just asks me to prepare a unit of people who would want to fight for our victory royale here. So I was able to collect some people who wanted to fight for their freedom, and they are with me here today, which is really remarkable. I mean, usually no one would stand up against such a giant storm, but apparently people do care about each other, and right now we are here to prove that. So let's get to it. We gotta make sure that everyone is able to get out alive and we are able to free as many civilians as possible. Now that does not mean that we cannot have fun, because obviously most of you out there just saw the title and knew that this was going to be a Fortnite game and a lot of fighting. So yeah, we kind of have a good fight, but actually it's more like a war, and that is kind of a bad thing, but at least we can still have fun because we are using loot as our main trajectory. So if this is not something for you, then I'm sorry, but this is something that needs to be done in order to remain in a free country. Now of course it might be an all-out war, but they said that does not mean that we cannot have fun, because we are going to have a lot of fun doing this. Otherwise I would not be recording all of this. I mean, I literally had to get my camera crew out and I had to make a lot of calls and logistic things in order to get everyone out here so that we could record all of this. So I just get to it. I mean, we can just stay here and wait around, but we will have to make sure that we can free all the civilians in order for us to make the president happy, because when the president asks you to do something, you do not want slack. You want to make sure that everything that happens is going to be good and justified. To that is why he last me in my crew. And that is why we are here today fighting for our freedom. Now of course is still an all-out war, so it really does not matter that we are out here and shooting rockets and stuff, because these bananas are going to make sure that we will win this war. Otherwise I would not be named Sub-Zero. Now let's get to it. There is a lot going on recently with me with a lot of noobs, and I just want to make sure that none of you are affected by that in any way, because I would not want anything to happen to you guys. So also that is one of the reasons why I'm out here, to make sure that all of the people who watch my videos every day are able to come home instead of being held captive by the storm and people who love the kick. So yeah, you might be thinking of why are you shooting with so many different guns? Well, that is a trick question, and really I do not know the answer to this, because there's a lot to do and I do not think that we have enough money for actually buying them right now. So they basically handed us these rifles filled with virtual ammo, and they just want this to go ahead and do everything that we can in order to make this happen. And of course, like the gentleman that I am, I'm going to make sure that all of this have been strictly handled weapons that we're shooting, so that no one is going to get any sort of blisters while playing this game, because we would not want that. Now a quick public service announcement: always wash your food before you go ahead and eat it. Let me tell you that it is worth all of it. So just do not do anything else to your food, just make sure that you can clean it and then eat it. Now I would not be saying this if I did not think that any of this would be true, but we have got a little situation here right now, so let's get to that before we go ahead and start waving the white flag, because I will not do that anytime soon. Now let's just get to it. I mean, there is no going around all of this. Someone must have screwed up in order for everyone to start using these awesome guns to fight, but I do not mind, because this is just way too much fun to let fly. I mean, I am just going to enjoy this as much as humanly possible so that we can just go ahead and make a cool video out of it right now. So please enjoy all this. Now this is not just something that we are doing right here, because we are supposed to be doing this all over the world. I mean, that is pretty much already happening in most places, but let's just hear me out real quick. Alright, as you may have noticed, this is not just a fight between two teams. Well, maybe it is, but it is bigger than that, and I am not kidding at all when I say that, because what is going on right here is even beyond me. So hear me out, alright, and make sure that you understand all of it so that we do not get into any mistakes right now. So the fight is not just between two teams, but the fight actually is between the two factions who these teams represent. One is the Storm, and there is no other team. It is a battle royale, just all-out warfare. It is basically a sort of a simulation somehow, but I will not be getting into the details right now because I do not want to bore all of you to death. RIGTH now. So follow me. The two factions who are fighting here are not just any factions. They are me and the rest, the two biggest competitors in the whole world basically. Now this might sound weird, but I will have to go with a sub on this one, because the loser side is just way too loser for me. I mean, there are already enough losing people out there in the real world. So right here in Minecraft and Roblox, I am just going to make sure that I can maintain a healthy lifestyle with enough and a lot of exercise in Fortnite. Now this might sound weird, but I think that this is just really important, otherwise I would not be able to go out and make all of these videos all day. Now that does not mean that I do not like junk food from time to time, because I do. And I am not saying that I never eat junk food at all, because like I just said, I do, but that is not often. I mean, I maybe play other games once a week, and I think that that is a healthy combination of the both. I mean, you do not have to destroy the one to get to the other. No, the perfect way of dealing with the Fortnite wins in Minecraft is to make them cooperate. I mean, just help them out. They are able to live in order together, like yin and yang. They are able to live together in harmony once you just make sure that you can get them in balance. And that is not just something that I am making up, but I am just going to get up and brush it off. Literally, because I actually stink a lot right now. So let's just take a shower before we head on to do anything else today. Even though some showers seem to be really steamy and hot, I am not sure if they will actually get all of the smell off of my skin, and of course all of the germs inside of that intense match. So what should we do to get all of that out right now? I mean, I have been laying inside of a computer chair all night just to get here, and I'm really stinking like a moose right now. I mean, you cannot believe how it smells here right now. This whole game is just like one big war zone or something, man. I mean, this war has been going on and on for weeks now. So basically all of the loot out here has been rotting and all of that stuff. So right now this just already smells bad. But to make matters worse, And yes, it can even get any worse. I mean, I have been covered in the wins for the longest time right now, so once they will start to go I will be bad. Well, just believe me when I say that it might be able to get stinky right now, because I cannot stand the fact that I have been laying inside of that bush for like a full night, and I am not sure if my skin can actually take that, because I usually am kind of like a germaphobe, so I really am not okay with any of that right now. Alright Sub-Zero, you can do this. Just shoot all of these darn things one by one. This is what you have trained for on the Wii for so long. I cannot let myself down right here, because my life is depending on it, and so is everyone else their life, at least from the people who actually are in this town. I have heard from the ground team upstairs that the chances of these things getting into the open world are basically slimming down to almost 23.65%, so that is pretty low right now, but it is still not all the way down to zero, and that is what really needs to happen. Otherwise there can still be people out there, the innocent people like you, who are just sitting behind their computer or just browsing on their tablet or any other device, and you might get killed out there because of this thing and my stupidity, and I am not ready to let it all come down to that. So I will have to battle on in this awesome new suit that basically makes me look like 007, also known as Mr. Bond. James Bond. I did that part pretty good, right? I know. At least this storm will stay contained for right now. Now please leave a comment down below if you have a game that you used to hate for whatever reason and you know love, and tell me which game it is as well. But moving on right to the next thing, which to make it all a bit of a cohesive effort, is also going to be about Fortnite. I promise that after this one I will switch to a different topic or subject or whatever floats your boat. But there is a little known fact about Fortnite and me, and it is that I had quite the accident in this game once. Let me just put it out there real quick. I used to play around in Fortnite and I was getting really hooked on the game mode, you know, and that was right after I stopped hating the game mode and I actually started to get really into it, because I saw all these other people play it on YouTube and stuff. And I thought, like, you know, I also want to get really good at this. So what do you have to do to become good at something? You have to play it a lot, or you just have to do that thing a lot. And I believe that they say something like, when you have spent 10,000 hours doing something, so if you have spent 10,000 hours playing football, or playing tennis, maybe even writing a book or something, that when you reach those 10,000 hours of experience, that you are a professional. So that is what I did. I was not really aiming for those 10,000 hours, but I was trying to get really good in a short amount of time. So one day I was going really hard. I was on a big winning streak of like 16 wins in a row when I really had to pee, and I was just going hard, you know, and that was not going to stop me. Not no. So guess what I did? I did not go to the bathroom, and while I was winning that game, it got so intense because I almost lost that I ended up peeing myself. It was bad. I mean, who pees himself while playing a video game? That is just weird, right? But you know I am all about transparency, as you might know. So I decided to share this with you. So please do not make fun of me in the comments, because it is pretty embarrassing. So what are we actually doing here, you are asking? Well, that is something that I cannot give you a clear answer on. I mean, these games are fun and stuff, but they do not really seem to take me anywhere. Oh wait, never mind, they are taking me somewhere. And they are actually taking me to the bottom of YouTube. That is right, these noobs right here are doing all that. Wait, that is not a good thing. Well, they are taking me to the bottom of the map, but these noobs should be taking me even lower to the bottom, but that is like something that I would not really need to do. So if some people would just help me out with these noobs, because I might actually get one of these things to put in my home, so that I can kind of get a noob to put in my bedroom or my basement, or in my kitchen. And of course also a noob to go in my living room. And then of course I would really like a golden noob or something like that, because it would just look really good, I think. Or is that something that you guys think is a little too much? I mean, I think it would be cool, and I feel like these noobs are the perfect objects for that. But I am pretty sure that I am able to take a win on this one, and let's give it to me, baby. I am ready for this. Give me that win and let me go home again. I mean, I think that we deserve it to get a break from all of this after the noobs basically have been getting back more and more. I mean, there has been a little break in the noob stuff for sure, but that does not mean that nothing has happened within that time period, because there have been a lot of incidents. But I feel like this can get boring really easy if we keep talking about the same topic all the time. But sometimes I just cannot hold it any longer, and I end up throwing a lot of robot noob dummies off of a building, and that is really totally reasonable if you ask me. I mean, as long as you guys can enjoy it, then I am fine with it, you know. But with that said, all of the fun is going to be over, and I will leave you with this. So goodbye guys, and have a great day.